There. I think I'm back. Not sure. I hope I am. Well, anyhow, happy Wednesday. I hope your day's going better than mine apparently is. If you were with us Sunday, you know we had quite the powerful day on Sunday. What a great message Molly brought to us, a message of hope, of God's love, and just processing with some of you since then. It really is one of those situations where same story shared from a different perspective could be shared from how little God cares, and how He doesn't do things for us, and if He doesn't that He doesn't love us in a way that is tangible, or just so many different things, negative things that could be said, because we go through trials, because we experience hardship in this life. Even though when you read the New Testament, it's very clear we will experience hardship. We will not be protected from all forms of evil or from suffering in different ways. And yet, when we suffer, we still then question God. And I really appreciated Molly's perspective on what she's been through, what her family's been through, and the way that God has led them through these many years of heartache and pain. And how she didn't shy away from it. She didn't try to make it sound good and sugarcoat things, but really kind of gave us the heart-wrenching truths of being in a situation like she's been in multiple times already in her life. And so I really appreciated what she brought to us. I really liked the storytelling training. If you were able to join us for that, that was also excellent. What a great training on how to use story to engage people, to draw them in, and teach biblical narratives, to teach the Bible through stories. I think it's an awesome way to engage our culture, especially a culture that is growing more and more into an oral culture. I know I kind of shared with her, personally myself, I love to read, but I like to read for enjoyment. I like to learn by listening. And so the storytelling training means a lot to me because I engage more in a learning capacity through story and not through reading. And how small of a percentage of our population prefers to learn through reading as opposed to learning through stories. And so I appreciated the training very much. I appreciated her time on Sunday. I hope uh, you have been blessed by that, and I hope you continue to process the truths that she talked about. There was no, obviously, series or anything like that we were going from, but man, it was, I think, a very powerful time, a very powerful um, message about God's love. So thanks for joining us for that. If you haven't watched it, I don't know why you're still watching. You should just go back and watch Sunday's sermon. It is on the website, YouTube, Facebook. You can find it all three of those places. In your app as well, if you have our app downloaded. You can always find our messages there. I know I don't touch on it a lot, but I do want to just mention that you can watch our messages on the app. You can also listen to them. And if you're a podcast person, we are signed up on Apple and Google Podcasts. So if you want to just kind of follow our messages, that way, if you're not around on a Sunday, you can listen to it and have it automatically downloaded to your phone. If you're a podcast person, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, then it probably doesn't matter to you. So yeah, so Friday we'll be kicking off missions conference this week. We got some different things happening. You want to be there at 6 o'clock at the church on Friday. Saturday, 9 a.m., be at the fellowship hall for a breakfast hosted by Alliance Men, but all are welcome. It's not just men that are going to the breakfast. So do want to touch on that. Make sure you're aware of that. Sunday, we have our time with Chad, and now I am blanking. It's not on the calendar, which I'm now realizing it should be on the calendar, the Sunday evening time. I'm going to guess 6, but without my handout in front of me, I can't tell you for sure. But we have Chad sharing on Sunday morning service, and then again we'll have that bring your own topping dinner on Sunday evening. So I can't promise that we'll be able to live stream Sunday. I asked our international worker, and he's going to get back to me on whether or not we can share what he's speaking on Sunday in the live stream. Generally speaking, we don't do that. If they want to share sensitive things from the context they're in, we don't live stream. So if you are interested in hearing about what God's doing in West Africa, I encourage you to join us in person on Sunday. That way you don't miss anything that is going to be spoken about. So that's that. Trying to see anything else on the calendar we have going on. Can you believe it's November already? We're already working on Thanksgiving here. It's coming quickly. Some of you who need more of Jesus have already started to decorate for Christmas. Cannot believe it. You gotta wait until after Thanksgiving. The Bible says it doesn't say so, but I wish it did. Anyhow, yeah, so I pray you have a blessed week, and God continues to walk with you throughout this week. We've got a lot of awesome things happening this weekend around surrounding missions conference. I hope you'll join us for missions conference. Every part of it that you can be at, I hope you're there. And yeah, so that's all I got for you today. Shorter one, since I'm not recapping things I talked about. I tend to be a little bit less long-winded, but have a great weekend. See you at missions conference, hopefully, and we will see you Sunday in person, hopefully, 10:30 a.m.